You are listening to a ghost story. Share and subscribe this channel. Once upon a time, in a small village nestled deep within the misty woods, there lived a young girl named Emily. The village was known for its rich history and whispered tales of restless spirits that roamed the area. Legends of ghostly apparitions and eerie encounters were shared among the villagers, but Emily had always been skeptical about such stories. One moonlit night, as the wind howled through the trees and cast eerie shadows on the village, Emily found herself alone in her small cottage. Her parents had left for a nearby town, and she was tasked with taking care of their home. As she sat by the crackling fireplace, reading a book to pass the time, she suddenly heard a faint tapping on the window. Startled, Emily looked up and saw a pale face peering through the glass. Her heart raced as she recognized the face of a woman who had passed away many years ago. It was the ghostly figure of Lady Victoria, a noble woman who had lived in the village centuries ago. The villagers believed she still haunted the area, seeking revenge for a tragic fate she suffered. Trembling with fear, Emily cautiously approached the window. "Who are you? What do you want?" she stammered, her voice barely audible. The ghostly apparition didn't respond but beckoned her to follow. Unable to resist her curiosity, Emily decided to venture into the night and follow the ghostly figure. The village seemed even more desolate under the cover of darkness. As Emily trailed behind Lady Victoria, she found herself passing through an ancient graveyard, its tombstones weathered and worn. The ghostly figure led her to a forgotten grave hidden beneath an ancient oak tree. Lady Victoria pointed to the grave, and as Emily peered closer, she saw her own name etched upon the stone. Shocked and bewildered, she realized that the grave belonged to her, as if it had been waiting for her arrival. Trembling, she turned to Lady Victoria, her voice quivering with fear. "Why have you brought me here? What does this mean?" Emily asked, her eyes welling up with tears. The ghostly figure raised a spectral hand and gently touched Emily's cheek, imparting a sense of warmth and comfort. Emily felt a surge of understanding wash over her. Lady Victoria had guided her to the grave as a warning, a reminder of the fragile nature of life and the importance of cherishing every moment. With tears streaming down her face, Emily thanked the ghostly figure for the message. Lady Victoria smiled and slowly faded away, her ethereal form dissipating into the night. Emily stood alone in the graveyard, profoundly affected by the encounter. From that night onward, Emily carried the memory of Lady Victoria and her ghostly encounter deep within her heart. She became an advocate for preserving the village's history and sharing its ghostly tales. Through her efforts, the legends and stories of the village's restless spirits were passed down from generation to generation, serving as a reminder to appreciate the fleeting beauty of life and the enduring power of the human spirit. And in the darkness of every moonlit night, some say they can still catch a glimpse of Lady Victoria's benevolent spirit, watching over the village and its inhabitants. Share and subscribe करें।